Hey guys, and welcome to another arena tutorial, and today we're going to talk about the Sicilians, one of the two new civs that were added in the latest DLC. And well, let's see what this civ has to offer. So that's an infantry civilization. Castles and town centers built 100% faster. Land military units except siege weapons receive 50% less bonus damage. Farm upgrades provide plus 100 additional food. So I can build a dungeon, which can create sergeants, which can build the dungeons, and so on. Unique technology starts the first crusade. Each town center, maximum 5, spawns one-time batch of 7 sergeants. That has been nerfed a bit. That was 10 per town center at the start. Scutage, each team receives a one-time payment of 15 gold for each military unit that they own. This can actually be really useful in post-imperial arena. But well, it's quite hard to get there with Sicilians. And the team bonus, we don't care about water, right? So if we look at the tech tree, they do have Arbalest, but they are missing... they were missing something. Oh yeah, Celeste armor upgrade, and also they don't have... Tumbling, as far as I remember, or am I completely wrong here? Yeah, no tampering. Also, they do have the champions, they have the hubs, which get all the upgrades, so that's something. But only cavaliers, no hussars, no siege onager. Not the best civilization, let's call it that way. So let's see how still I think you can place them. So I'm gonna play as Sicilians versus Lucas, who is playing as Italians. And my plan here was to play standard to kind of fight for the relics. And then in Imp, try to use the only thing that is kind of good about Sicilians is that they take less bonus damage. And well, we will see how we will use it. So the build order for Scout is quite standard. As always in my tutorial, 6 on food, 4 on wood, and we go to the berries. My map was really nice this game, great golden stone, and then we go to the boars and to the berries. So 4 on berries. Then we get another boar. After that, 3 more on food. Was a bit late with the second boar, so we got a sheep. Not the end of the world. Then 2 more on wood with another lumber camp. We get the deers. 2 on gold. 2 more on wood on the new lumber camp. Pay attention to this kind of villagers. Let's look how inefficient he's working now, I noticed. And then we do 1 more villager to do the barracks. Later we send to the berries. And we go up with 26 villagers. Feudal Age, obviously stable. Blacksmiths. Then we add the... That was very good for me to win a scout, where we add 2 more on each side of wood, so we'll have 6 here and 6 here. Then we do the economy upgrades. We do horse color before we add any more farms, you see. And once we do have the horse color, we can add the farms with the villagers that are near the town center. We can already make them. You can start making the farm before horse color kicks in. Just don't finish them. And then we do double bit X and we start spamming scouts. So Lucas was just booming, which was a bit surprising to me. He didn't even fight for the relics. So how many scouts did I do? Yeah, I did some. I could have done 1 scout, but I didn't know obviously what he's doing. I was expecting scouts, so I did a few more. But then I did only 2 more, and not 3 or 4 as I usually do. Because I didn't see anything. I thought, okay, I still did the light kill, which was a bit unnecessary. But as soon as my scouts / light kill are outside, we can start booming. So we do Bosso, we do a tone center, second tone center on the wood and stone, which is a great position. We add a monastery to pick up the relics, and from here the goal is to add the third tone center and start booming. So you're thinking, I was thinking, okay, we play against Italians. What is the unit you don't want to go against Italian? Cavalry. But then I thought, okay, but I have the 50% less bonus damage I take. So actually, my cavalry can be really good for him, because what can he do versus my cavalry? Yes, he can do pikemen, but still I take less damage, so that I can take good fights, and he can do just crossbowmen, but then again I take less damage, so I can also take good fights. So I thought, okay, I'll just boom and I'll open up with cavalry. And again, this is probably the only good thing about the Sicilians, the less damage that the less bonus damage that they take. So we just boom now with 3 tone centers, we keep adding farms. Also thought, okay, he might forward me, so I'll go on stone. Also the Lyca, you use it for map control. That was a misclick, I think. Well, so we see, I saw that he's doing something. I sent the Lyca to explore. Didn't see just crossbowman, but it's fine. Now I saw that. A bit too late. So the goal now was to go to Imp after I saw what he's doing. It was a bit unnecessary to lose it all, and yeah, he's going for a forward castle. And I'm already doing the market to balance my economy, doing a university to go up to the next age. And as soon as I saw the castle, I said, okay, we need to go to Imp, and we are on the way to Imp. You can see I use the buildings as kind of the second layer of wall, because I saw the forward castle, and also I know that the monastery with the 5 relics, which is super important, is quite close to this castle, right? And if he will go to him and he will trap it, so I'll lose the relics. So I already did a monastery at the back, so I can keep my relics there safely. And we start adding the stables. Also, I don't want him to go into my base, so we finish the wall on the left side, and probably on the right side as well soon. And we finish up also aircraft upgrades, handcart, and we start doing, should start doing blacksmith upgrades for my cavaliers. You can see bloodlines, +1 defense. Still didn't pick up all the relics, and that's also a good thing about the Sicilians, that can get a castle so fast because they build the castles and towns that are 50% faster. So I got my castle up, I was getting out the relics, I knew we will have a trapdoor as soon as we both will reach him, right? Because he has such a forward castle. I was a bit late massing military. Look, I'm in minute 28 and I have how much military? I have 4 military, of them 2 monks. So that was definitely not enough. And building the monastery to have easier access to his castle, but picking up all the relics, getting on the last defense upgrade. And I knew if I can get this castle down, I have a good chance to win the game. Despite him having a lot of Generous Crossbowmen already. So he has more castles, but the second castle is far away, so it takes time to bring more traps. So this is why I'm winning the trap war at the moment. And also I have a lot of villagers to repair, right? I can send non-stop villagers to repair my castle, because all of my economy is here. And he only had those 9 villagers. And now I said, okay, I want a trap war, but I need to save my castle, but that was a bit too late. Still went for all of his traps. But this was a dangerous position, because my traps are forward and he has cannons. That was a good shot though, so 1 trap for 1 cannon was okay. As long as I can keep my traps up, I should be fine. Not sure why he gave up on fighting here. I think I bought the stone, I'm not sure, because I think didn't have that much stone a few seconds ago, but I remember what happened in the game. And we do another castle to defend. And also I thought, okay, cavaliers won't be enough in the end, we'll have to do some skirmishers as well. So we start adding rages, elite skirmisher, finishing all the upgrades on the cavaliers, trying to expand outside. He did a real nice job. Look, this is what you should be aiming for. on arena. This might be a bit too much, a bit of an overkill, because he has 8 outposts in this small area. But a few outposts definitely definitely is gonna help you see what your opponent is doing. So you can see he can see that I'm on the gold, right? So I can just send his Janus crossbow here and wreck me. So I'm a bit stuck in my base right now, but I'm messing military, and that's what's important here. As soon as I saw that, he shouldn't have attacked with a cannon. In this kind of scenarios, you want to send your military forward to start killing the villagers before I notice things are happening. Okay, so I thought, okay, let's go attack, and nope. Right out of there. And as you can see, like, if it was any other series Cavalier, those Janus crossmen would have wrecked all of them, I think, on the way, but because I take less damage, I didn't lose too much. Expanding, making more ranges, trying to mass more military, and trying to take gold when I can. Most important thing was for me to mass military here. I thought that if I can mass enough, I can take good engagements versus his military. Also, I was hoping to mass enough traps to start pushing forward soon. Mesh Granary is always nice to have. You get extra HP on your castle and buildings. And if you have the micro built in the walls, it's always nice, so units won't get stuck on the way. And yeah, now I'm popped and we can start pushing. So I wanted to kill the siege workshop first before we kill the castle, because that was a bit sloppy by him. I remember this part, losing all the cannons for nothing. If you can trade skirmishers versus cannons, always do that. So after we took the siege workshop down, the reason why we took them is if we go for the castle first, and he will send an onager or a ram out of the siege workshop, we can lose all my traps. And some raiding on the right side. And he actually did the switch to Cavalier as well. You see, like, Italians, yes, pikes and Janus crossbowmen is not enough to stop Dylan Cavaliers apparently. His best choice would be to have same military versus same military, right? Because then the bonus, the less bonus damage that they take doesn't affect if it's cavalry versus cavalry, right? But still, I had the numbers, 43 versus 16, and the skirmishers from behind aiming for the Janus crossbowmen. That was a good fight for me, and then we can start pushing. So, if you're in such kind of position, and, well, you're pushing with the Sicilians, a thing you want to do later, like the finishing move, should be the how it's called again, First Crusade? Yeah, First Crusade. Like, you want to get those sergeants. And what I forgot about in this game is that you need, well, 5 town centers. You don't really get 35. You get 35 sergeants only if you have 5 town centers, because it's 7 sergeants per town center. And I kind of forgot about that, and I had only 3 town centers, so, well, I got only 21 sergeants, but we're still not there, so let's speed this up a bit. I'm just explaining what happened later. So my cavaliers keep doing the damage. Since they trade good versus Janus crossbowmen, and we keep pushing with castle, traps from behind, cavaliers in the front, skirmishers at the back helping. Okay, so we kept pushing. He was trying to defend, but I always had the numbers. I took all of his castles down, which was perfect. Without castles, they cannot do Janus crossbowmen. And then it's cavaliers versus cavaliers, and I can just switch to halves later. You can see I'm already doing the blacksmith upgrades for infantry for my sergeants. So re-wall my base was quite important. You never want to get traded. Got some map control, getting all the gold and stone outside. And we're preparing the push. Now we're doing the elite sergeant upgrade. And now the first crusade, but again I have only 3 town centers. Totally forgot about that. I was waiting for them. Also, something that I didn't mention. is that you want to do the first crusade when you are 200 popped, right? Because look at my pop. All of a sudden, bam, 221 pop. If you do that when you have 180 pop, you will get capped at 200. But if you do that when you are popped, you will get extra population, which is just amazing. Also doing the scutage now. After we did the first crusade, we are doing the scutage, and now we have so much military. Now, bam, 2k gold. So that's the power of Sicilians. First crusade when you're popped, and scutage right after it, and you get so much gold in post-team, but he's very low on gold. And now we can just fight. I was just waiting for that to come. And imagine if I did it with 5 town centers. So I would get 14 more pop. I would have had 234 pop. 235 pop, sorry. In an ideal situation. So the Sergeants are coming. Those are elite Sergeants. They have 6 pierce armor. They do great versus any kind of archers. The problem is they are slow. And well, this is how I think you should play Sicilians. Obviously, you can go for some YOLO strategies like Siege Tower, Castle Drop or so in early Castle Age, because the Sicilians build castles 100% faster. But if you are aiming for the boom game, this is the way to go, in my opinion. So hope you enjoyed this, boys, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.